Expository essays. We're going to continue on by looking at a sample essay. Okay, we've planned our writing and we've decided which 3 sayings we're going to use. And now we're going to put it in the form of an essay and write it out. And I chose my very first statement to be one of Ben Franklin's funnier sayings. Fish and visitors smell in 3 days. This is one of the funny sayings of Ben Franklin found in Poor Richard's Almanac. The sayings of Poor Richard can be strange and sometimes difficult to understand. However, once understood, the sayings provide practical advice today for anyone wanting to achieve a successful, happy life. Notice that I used the prompt to help me form my thesis, and also I made sure that I told the reader that we were writing about Poor Richard's Almanac instead of leaving him or her wondering where the sayings came from. One of the most practical sayings of Poor Richard is, "Buy what you hast no need of, and before long you will sell your necessities." To explain, this expression means a person should not waste money on things that are not needed. If a person does this, one day there will be no money for what is really necessary, like food and clothes. This statement is very relevant today, since many people, after buying useless things, find themselves in debt and unable to pay their bills. So, to stay happy and stress-free, follow Ben's advice and avoid useless expenses. In the body paragraphs, you start with each of your sayings, you explain them, and then you make sure you tell the reader how it is important today. Notice that I have bolded my transition words and phrases so that it's a little easier to see that when you add those, it helps move the narrative along, and sometimes it adds emphasis. Another great saying is, "Well done is better than well said." For instance, many people like to talk about what they plan to do without ever getting around to doing it. Ben says that people should spend more time doing without talking. If we did this, we would achieve more goals and be more successful. Also, we would be happier and more self-confident because we achieved the goals we set. This is my next body paragraph. Again, I start with my saying, and then I explain it, and I give some information about how it helps a person be happy and successful today. A final great saying is, "A penny saved is a penny earned." This expression is very similar to the first one. It means that a person can earn more money by saving money. Clearly, a person can be happier by avoiding debt. In addition, the saying indicates that little things can add up to big things. Therefore, saving a little over time can eventually add up to large savings. This is my last body paragraph, and it contains the last saying with a short explanation and also some idea about how it can help a person today. In conclusion, this is my last body paragraph. It is easy to see how Ben's sayings are still relevant today. The Almanac is like many of the self-help books today as well. So why not read more about it and give it a try? In the last paragraph, you should return to your thesis in some way and close out by either giving a call to action or stating some type of meaning. I hope you learned a little bit more about how to write expository essays, and it's a little less painful for you. Let's sum up. Be sure to plan your writing using the prompt as a guide. Expository essays always tell you what you should be doing, and use that information to plan out your essay. Follow the outline structure. The introduction should have a hook. You should have a thesis in the introduction. Your body should have topic sentences that relate directly to the thesis, as ours did. We said we were going to talk about Ben Franklin. We said we were going to talk about his sayings, and each one of our body paragraphs started off with a saying. We explained them, and then finally, in our conclusion, we restated our thesis and gave a call to action or some type of meaning. Be sure you edit your essay with the top 5, and do your best to enjoy the joy of expository writing.